Welcome to this third lesson. We'll be looking at the collection page. What's a collection page? A collection page, well, a collection is basically just a group of similar, maybe types of objects, like in this case, jewelry, necklaces. We could call that a collection. So every necklace that we have on the websites or we're selling as a business could be a necklace collection. Sometimes when you go to popular clothing stores and you click on men's or women's or men's t-shirts or women's blouses, tops, those type of things. And as soon as you click on it, it populates maybe like 200 or 50, whatever number of those similar type of products. That's what a collection is. And that's Shopify's way of making it easy for you to, group a bunch of similar products together. So this is what that page would look like. Collection page shows all the products in a collection, and then I think of it as when you click through, it then leads you to a product page. So let's set up our collection real quick. So the first thing you want to do is in this customization window, come all the way to the top right here where we have the home page drop down, and click that drop down, go to collections, click on collections and just select the default collection. There's always a default collection that has been pre-assigned. In this case, we already have a default collection with about 3 products. I'll show you how to add a collection and product. So if you're in a situation where nothing populates here, you would need to go create a collection first and add some products to it so you can come back here and see what that looks like. But typically you have a default collection set up already. And if you don't have that, then look towards the module 3. Somewhere in the third module, you should have me walking through instructions on how to create a collection and create a product and add the products to the collection. But meanwhile, for here, let's focus on what our collection page would look like. So you click on this and it loads your collection. Right now, like I mentioned earlier, we have a default collection, and we added a couple of products earlier, so it makes it looks a lot better. But let's look through what we want this page to look like, right? So we don't really care about the header section because this is shared across the website, the different pages. Same with the footer section. What we really care about is this section here that has template. So we have the collection banner, which is this. I mentioned earlier, as soon as you hover on any section, it kind of like activates that on the right side. So if I did this, you can see that's selected and product grid that's selected. So let's look at this collection banner. I click into it, show collection description. That's fine. We didn't set that up. Show collection image. We don't need one right now. So I'll just stick with the collection title right now. And let's look at the product grid. So that's for this. What we want to define here is how the collection page should look. We want products per page. 16 is fine. I typically love to round it up to like 20 or 10. Number of columns on desktop. 4 is fine. I think we could switch that out for mobile to typically 2 columns. Looks better. So here we have product card. Right now you see it's squared. If you switch this out, portrait is a lot more elongated. I like the look of portrait versus square. I like portrait. Adapt to image, definitely no, because it's kind of like skews the images based off of the actual sizes or dimensions of the image. So let's do portraits. This looks better. Image shape default is fine. You could switch it out to anything you wanted. I always like to do this because for users, for customers, it makes, it's a lot better. So show second image and hover. And what that typically introduces is when a customer image hovers on the product, it shows like, the other image, something like this. If I hover on this, it just shows the second image. Show vendor, we don't need to. Show products rating, depending. We don't have a rating set up right now, but if at this point, at a certain point, you have the ratings and the reviews set up, you could always show your ratings on this page. So, from 5 star, whatever star level all these products are at, all you need to do is to activate this. There's currently no rating, so nothing will show up. So I'll just leave this disabled. Quick add, we don't need that. That's too much. But basically, with this, you have options like add to cart, and there's also like a bulk option in this theme. But if I were to pick one, I'll just do a typical add to cart. A quick add. Filtering and sorting, we don't need that right now. So I mentioned earlier about mobile. For mobile layouts, you could always select the number of columns, like 1 or 2. I'll always go with 2, and these settings are fine. So just to look at what that looks like, let's come over to the top right and switch to mobile and see we have the necklace collection. We do have the products looking good. Maybe add a fourth products here would make it look a lot more balanced. But yeah, this is what a collection page looks like. Okay, let's go back to the desktop view. Something I really want to look at again is if we go back to see the collection banner. Okay. Okay, I think we can save this now and see what that looks like. So let's save and come over here and do the same thing I mentioned earlier, view. So we have Lumilux, we have some products on here, and subscribe to your emails. So I'm seeing this is coming along. Okay, let's go back. And there you have it. We just set up a default collection right now. There's so much more that can be done with customization of your collections. You can see on this section, you could add more sections if you wanted to what's your, the template of your default collection. But I like to keep it simple, and I'll keep it as simple as this. As soon as you have much more products, trust me, it would look a lot better. If I had about 12 products on this page, I'm sure you understand that the view would be a lot better. But yeah, that's it for the collection. Join me in the next lesson as we take a look at setting up the products page.